we bless them, Shmuel, in 4 different ways. What's the name of the blessing? Ahava, Achva, Shalom, Vereut. May you gonna achieve in your marriage to have Ahava, Achva, Shalom, Vereut. And today I'm going to explain each one of them. And it's so important to know that in order to have Shalom Bayit, in order to have a happily marriage, you have to know these 4 steps. Ahava is the beginning. You know what you mean Ahava? Ahava is love. We all know that love is overrated. Today we love each other, God forbid. Day after we can hate each other. Ahava, when you ask a person, why do you love your wife? My wife is amazing. She is incredible. She's a good chef. She's an incredible mother. I didn't ask why you love yourself. I ask you why you love your wife. When you ask the wife why you love your husband, he's a good provider. He's given me life of luxury, life of dreams. He's very large. He's a good man. He's a good father at night. Again, love is always referred to what I'm getting. You know, Leon, when a person said, I love the fish, you're going into a fish restaurant. Do you really love the fish? If this is what you do to the one that you love, I don't know what you're going to do to the one that you hate. You take a fish, you kill him, and then you put him in the plate and you take the knife, you eat it and you said, I love this fish. You don't love the fish. If you love him, you're going to leave him in the water. You love yourself in your stomachs. So love is the lowest level of relationship. And relationship, when you're telling your wife, I love you, when you're telling your husband, I love you, don't get excited. This is the lowest level in relationship. You're only the beginning. Newlywed. 4th year. How do they call it in the NBA? Rookie. A rookie, right? A rookie meaning a beginner. You're not so strong. This is what love is all about. What is strongest from love? Do you know what's stronger from love? Achva. Achva meaning relationship that will never be breakable. How do we call it in the army? I served in the IDF. They call it Achvat Achim. You know what I mean Achvat Achim? When you're going into Gaza, when you're going into Lebanon, and you know that you can put your life because your friend will sacrifice his life for you.
Inseparable.
Beautiful. Brothers cannot divorce. A husband and a wife, they fight for foolish things. Okay, I want to divorce. Let's call the rabbis. What exactly happened? He forgot the shoes. He left, and I told them 20 times, do not. And you want to get divorced for shoes? You know how many fights, most of the fights, they are nonsense. Love between brothers and sisters. How many times people told you look like a brother and sisters? I love it. Emmanuel, your wife already approved this message. You know what's the meaning? Not only appearance-wise that you look like a brother and sister. Meaning that your love is unbreakable. You getting married until 120. So greater level from love is what? Brotherhood love. Not a husband and wife love, a brotherhood love. Brotherhood meaning we are here until 120. We cannot separate it from each other. Greater from earth have to be what? What can be greater from brothers, love of brothers? What can be greater? Ahava, Achva, Shalom. How many brothers we know that hate each other? Yes, they cannot divorce, but doesn't mean that they're in a good relationship. Some, you know, Rabbi Eliyahu Bar Shalom just shared with me, and I know it myself. It was a woman that came into his office, a man and a woman, a husband and wife, and they spoke, and you know, she said, I'm not speaking with my sister for many years. So the rabbi said, can you call your sisters right now? She said, Rabbi, I didn't speak with my sisters for 14 years. How many times you hear stories like this that brothers hate each other because of money, because of business, because of jealousy, because of who know what? Ladies and gentlemen, love of brothers is not good enough. Higher format is what? You love each other, you become a brother and you have peace. That you have peaceful. A peace relationship. So you might gonna think that Binyamin, peace is good, right? We love each other, we are brothers, we have peace. Peace is good. We are in peace. Peace is not yet the greatest relationship. You know when you know that you're in the greatest relationship? When you have re'ut. Michael, what is re'ut? What's the most important things in relationship? When you know that your relationship with your wife is in the best ways? Michael, what's the name of your partner? Sam, Uncle Sam. When we came to America, we always said Uncle Sam. Now I know who is the uncle. Now I know, Baruch Hashem. I need anything, I'm coming to you. I'm not calling Michael anymore. I'm coming direct to you. Hey, Uncle Sam. Because of that, your wife got married with you. Uncle Sam. I was looking for Uncle Sam. The American dreams, the American. Sam, how do you know that your relationship is in the best way? How do you know that you achieve the greatest relationship? When you and your wife become what? Gentlemen, anyone can answer the questions?
Friends.
One.
Beautiful. Best friends. Best friends. You know, I can go, they invite me one time to speak in Mexico. I went to 3 different Chabad houses to speak. It was Isla Mujeres, Cancun, and another 2 places. What's the name of the other 2 places? Playa, and another place. Cozumel, נכון. 4 different Chabad houses. And spending 1 week with my wife only. And we spoke, b'ni ayin hara. 7 to 10 hours, and we didn't get bored even a second. באמת, with Hashem help, me and my wife, we have a good relationship. We are best friends. My wife do not go to no one with shopping. She's going to buy clothing. I said, listen, go. No, you are only my best friends and you're the only friends. That's it. We have a good relationship, like a friend, best friends. Because if you're not going to be a friend with your wife, somebody else will. If you're not going to be the best friend with your husband, someone else will. Friendship is the best thing. So we have ahava, achva, shalom, simcha, and what's the last? Reut. That's it. The 4 stage of marriage. What a beautiful, I decided to open it with this one. How do you know in the beginning when we got married we are in love? Few years later, we are a brother love, meaning we are unbreakable. Few years later, we become what? In peace. In the beginning, for the first few years, the first 1 year is balagan. People thinking because they're watching too much movies that the 4th year is good. 4th year is always the worst balagan. I always tell newlywed, don't think that in the 4th year everything is going to be smooth. Usually it's World War III. Because the 4th year is the foundation. Especially when you get married a little older. When you get married like Bahur Yeshiva, not like me. I got married at the age of 27. My wife was 23, I'm sorry. You know what the personality is that? Especially 2 people that they're type A personality. In psychology, type A and type A, Balagan. She's Scorpion and I'm Scorpion. You know, woman Scorpion is much more dangerous. She's coming like this. She's giving you one. That's it. Wait. Thank God, 22 years and I'm still alive. Every day I'm checking, you know. Where is the Balagan? Where is the... Wait. Sam, I'm always afraid. Wait, Scorpion. Type A and type A. Older people, you know, it's not like you just came out from yeshiva. You're 19 years old, 20 years old, you see a woman talking to you. Everything is good. Life is good. I say I do. When you're a little older, you know, who are you to tell me what to do? My mother didn't tell me what to do. You're going to tell me what to do? You are not my father. You are not my mother. You are balagan. So we have love. Few years later, we have unbreakable love. Simcha, unbreakable. We're here until 120. Few years later, we start to make peace. Peace. Peace doesn't mean that we are friends. Peace, an American definition of peace is, you live in your room, and I live in my room, And we are in peace, like Arafat and peace process. How do they say it in Arabic? The peace process, they cannot say P. The peace process is very, very important. The peace. We hate each other, we don't stand each other, but we still live under the same roof. We have quiet peace. No. A few years later, you know when you know that when your wife, Binyamin, become your best friends, and you enjoy every second to be next. And she doesn't have to call you, where are you? Why are you not coming home? No, she has to call you, why all day long you home? Go out. Leave me alone. You're too much here. You know what's the meaning? You're best friends. When you're in the best friends, Leon, when you're in the best friends, you know that your relationship is good. It's good. Hashem, Melech. Borei Olam, I love you. I love you. I'm doing something good. Good. Not only, we are best friends. Ahava. Achva. Shalom ורעות. Each one of you will ask himself, in which stage you are. You're the one to answer. I'm not the one to define. I'm just the one that's giving you the 4 different levels. When you're going to go back home, look in your wife and look in your husband and answer the questions. Now you know what's the target. So how do you know if you are in a friendship relationship? Borei Olam, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach. Baruch Hashem. How do you know that you're? Listen to this story. A few days ago we celebrate Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai days. It was a beautiful event here in the center. We had almost close to 150 people dancing. It was beautiful. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, one of the greatest tzaddikim. I will share with you one story, many stories that we share in that night. Tonight, one story. A story that belongs to all of us. And a story that can define if you and your wife is in a good relationship, a perfect relationship or not. Shmuel, Sam Shmuel, right? Shmuel. It was a couple that came in to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Why did they come to the office of Rabbi Shimon? They came to divorce. No, why did they come to divorce? Not because they want it. Because they are married for 10 years and they have no children. According to Halacha, if you marry with 10 children with your wife, only if you want 10 years, only if you want, after 10 years, if both of you want it, you don't have to. If both of you want it, you can go in a separate ways, because maybe you, Mazal together, is not to have children. So they came to Rabbi Shimon, they said, Rabbi Shimon, we are best friends. But 10 years, no children, we want to divorce. We need your blessing to divorce. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, I'm going to bless you in one condition. That you're going to get divorced the same way that you got married. So what's the meaning? He said, in the same wedding hall, the same food, the same drinks, the same flowers, and you're going to get married, and you're going to get divorced over there in front of 500 people. Now they had no choice. The rabbi said they have to listen. They went into Elajo, Balajo, Shmalajo. They booked Elajo once again. They called them again. They said, we want to get divorced in the same place, Lorlin. Now the Miken, he didn't hear. He said, what do you want? You want the book? How many people? 500. Right away he said yes. Don't worry. Right away he said yes. I don't care what you want. Come here. Ospeno, Osevo, Gushgush, Sevo, you know, $350 a plate. Balagan, flowers, $50,000 flowers. Everybody 27 years. Not 22. Not 21. They bought it 6 years before 21, so it's already 27 years. 27 years old bottle. You don't understand. They spend so much money. And everybody look in front of the witnesses that they divorce. And the guy just paid $300,000 to get divorced. They thought that they lost it. But the rabbi said, not the regular rabbi, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, gentlemen, at night, after the guy was signing the get, and the get was in the hand, a minute before he gave it to his wife, he said, my dear wife, he was drunk completely. He said, you know, I love you very much. The only reason I divorce you is not because I hate you, because we have no children. Anything you want, you can wish, you can get. One items, anything you want. You want the business in Manhattan? the business is yours. You want the house, the mansion that I built is yours. You want the bank account is yours. One items. You want the building is yours. Whatever you want. Anything you want, one wish. She said, okay, 2 witnesses, they signed that before she's getting the get, she can choose anything. Now the guy started to dance and smiling, and he became drunk and he fell down. You know, in the morning he wake up, and he find himself, he wake up, and who did he see? His wife. He said, I don't know. What is a nightmare? Yeah, I said, I know last night we divorced. What exactly happened? Why she's here? And not only the same house. He said, what exactly happened? He's asking his wife, what exactly happened? I remember, maybe I have, how do you call it overnight when you're drunk? Hangover. But I still remember that I divorced you. What are you doing here? Let my people go. Let me go. Let me live free. Let me free. Let me free. Let my people go. What are you doing here? You know what she said? She said, you gave me yesterday with 2 witnesses the permission to choose 1 items. I choose you. The only thing that I need in life is you. They came to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Sam, imagine yourself, your wife choose you. Just not the business, not America, not the Bentley, not the car that you drive in, nothing. I choose you. You. Michael, I choose you. Not the good life, not the vacation, not the watch, not the bag, $3,000. No, I choose you. They came to Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai started crying. He said, gentlemen, stay married. 9 months later, they had a child. This is what friendship is all about. You know when you and your wife is in a friendship relationship? When your wife tells you, Jonan Bazam, I choose you. I choose you. Nothing, your business is down. Business is up, business is down. Crisis. And the wife said, I choose you. Despite all the difficult moments in our life, I choose you. You're still my best friends. We're not only in peace. We're not only brothers. We're not only in love. We're the best friends. I choose you. No matter what, I choose you until 120. I choose you. That's it. I choose you. Huh? My name is Rabbi Vaknin. And I approve this message. Sponsored by Leon, the community lawyers, and Jonathan, worldwide lawyers, Baruch Hashem. And all the lawyers and down, I have enough witnesses and enough documents to sign, Rabotai. Gentlemen, when your wife tell you, when your husband tell you, I choose you, Ahava, Achva, Shalom Vereut. When you can go to a vacation and not being in the phone all day long and not running the business like the whole world depends on you. Relax, you're not the president of the United States. Why are you going outside to a vacation with laptop and answering the phone every second like the whole company, you, one day you're not there. Mazen, Nasdaq is down, Dow Jones, and you come to your wife, listen, Dow Jones is down. Like you're the one that's running Dow Jones. You don't even have a stock over there. And you talking like this, you crying Dow Jones. SP 500, Psst. Take the air out and enjoy the company with your wife. Tell them in, I choose you. I choose you. I know some of you is very happy that you came to this class. And it's only the beginning. I choose you. Gabriel, I choose you. And we have to know. I choose you. Many of us, especially Sfaradim, we like this segulot. Rabbi, like Baumer, what do we have to ask? Borei Olam. It's a holy days. Shabbat. What do we have to ask? And you know what you have to ask? God, I choose you. I don't choose business. I don't choose life. I don't choose money. I don't choose renovation. God, I choose you. I want you, Borei Olam, to be in my life. This is what I want. And if you have God in your life, everything else becomes perfect. So what is your wish every time you have a holy days? What is your wish? Shmuel, what's the wish? Borei Olam, I choose you. That's it. I want you, God. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want your watch. I don't want your money. I don't want nothing from you, God. I want you. This woman had the ability to get whatever she wants. She took the husband. And by the way, when you take the husband, you get everything else. The bank account, the building in Manhattan, the office in the suite, America, open the roof. Yes. You get everything because when you choose God, you get everything with this. In which level in relationship you are? You're in love, you're brothers, you're in peace. Or you just best friends. Best friends is the greatest levels. If this is so, I will speak with you today about happiness. We spoke, today we call it, today's, I believe, class number 3. Spoke about the eggs and the chickens. We gave many explanations. Today I will tell you, what is the 3 items that every person is afraid from? What is the 3 things that kill our happiness? What is the 3 things that kill our happiness? Anyone that knows the answer will get free dinner, Resolve Cat, sponsored by Leo and his partners. Yes, Leon is in a good mood. Let them sponsor, don't worry. He can afford it. His wife approved this message, it's all good. Don't worry. Nobody will answer these questions. I see Leon. Leon is already dizzy. He asked, and he asked was Shmuel to open the air condition. It's all good, you know. It's very rare that somebody. What is the 3 things that kill happiness? This is the obvious. When you're coming into the BJCC Youth Minyan third floor, the place to be.
Rabbi, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Oh, yes. You see all of them. You see Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Gehenna, everything. What is the 3 things that kill happiness? How do you write happiness in Hebrew? How do you write fear? Fear kill happiness, right? Yeah. How do you write fear in Hebrew? Pay. Chet. Dalet. Remember the word. How many letters? 3. What's the name of the Shmuel? What's the name of these 3? Pachad. How do you say pachad, man? How do you say pachad? How do you write? Pay. Chet. Dalet. Do you know what stand for? Stand for the 3 things that kill any happiness. You know what put us in a fear that kill our? The first one is pay. Parnaso. Pay stay for parnasa. All day long we worry about money. Are we going to make money? The business is going to be good? It's not going to be good? Are we going to have the client? We're going to get the deal? We're not going to get the deals? All day long. You know what's the first things that kill our happiness? What is that? Parnasa. The worry that we have over parnasa make us always in fear. And that fear Shmuel doing what? Kill happiness. Number 2 is pay. What number 2 is? Chet. Chet stand for? Chaim. Chaim, life. I'm going to be healthy. I'm not going to be healthy. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, when you're going into a doctor, that any of you ever went, you're not in the 50 yet. When you're in the 50, you have to go. You know this checkup, the one that they put the camera? How do you call it? Colonoscopy. That any of you ever went to it? You know what's happened usually? 3 days before you're not sleeping. Not only that you have to drink this disgusting drink to make sure that you're good, your body is going to be clean, but you're not sleeping 3 days before you're afraid from the result. And 1 week later, until you don't get the result, you don't sleep. You're always afraid. Number 2, the 2 worst items that make us always worry about what? Our health. Every time you have a headache, always, maybe something is worse. Maybe here, maybe that. Automatically, the second thing is Chaim, life. And number 3 is what? Dalet stand for Dimyonot. You know Dimyonot? Imagination. Something that does not exist. Maybe my husband will leave me. Who said that he's going to leave you? He doesn't even give a hint. You're always afraid. You're hiding your money. You put this just in case. Maybe my children. Maybe something is going to happen. How do we call it in simple English? Anxiety attack. 90% of the Americans suffer this imagination. Illusion. Nothing is real. So how do you win these three things? Now you remember what's the name of these three things? In one word? Pachad. Beautiful. In Hebrew, what's the name, Leon, of these three words? Pachad. Abraham, what's the name? Pachad. Pei, Chet, Dalet. Pei, Parnasa. Chet, Chaim. Dalet, Dimyonot. Pei, livelihood. Chet, life. Dalet, illusion. Imagination and illusion. You have imagination completely. How do you overcome? How do you overcome it? Gentlemen, listen to this. Two things to overcome any obstacles in life. Any fear in life and any obstacle is two ways. The first one is Moshel Tzadik Yirat Elokim. Meaning, when you are afraid from God, the payment of being afraid of God is to make sure that you're not going to be afraid from anything else. When a person has fear of God, you know what you mean fear of God? Fear of God, you are faithful in relationship, not because your wife is next to you. Even when you're going into business in China, Hong Kong, Nihomania, even if you go to Vegas, and all the temptation around you, you're still not going to do nothing. You know why? Not because your wife can see or not see, because Borei Olam see. The Almighty God always see. I'm not stealing, not because I cannot do it, because I'm afraid from the Almighty God that He knows the image. You know, what's the definition, Shmuel, to be afraid from God? If in your house you pray exactly the same time that you pray in the synagogue, you are afraid from God. Usually in the synagogue, Roshel, how long we praying? 45 minutes, 1 hour. Shema Israel, 10 minutes. Shema, right? In the house, in 10 minutes you finish the whole Shacharit with Tefillin. What's the difference? It's not different. The difference is, in the house nobody sees you. Outside, you're in front of people. How many times a man is always romantic outside in public? Inside, walking balagan. But outside, always he call his wife sweetheart, honey. In the house, salt, tomato, pepper. Everything changed. What's the difference? When people see you, bullshit, opening doors, closing doors. Hey, gentlemen. In the house, you see, when a person have a fear of God, it's no different between when people see you or do not see you. If you are honest, you're going to be honest even if nobody see you. Even if nobody see you. You're always going to give the best advice to your client. Because your name is better from anything else. A minute that you cook it, one day is going to backfire on you. Honest human being is honest always. Faithful human being is a person that always... If you want to ignore the other fear, livelihood, life, and imagination, all what you have to do is to do what? To be afraid from God. Second thing is, what's the secret to avoid any obstacles in life? What's the secret to always be happy? What's the secret to always be happy? I believe maybe many years ago we spoke about it, and I'm giving myself the right and the privilege for all the new faces that come in. And especially it's worthy to hear it once again. You know what's the secret of happiness? They call it EFRAT. EFRAT is 4 letters that teach us the secret how to become happy. What's mean 4 letters? אירוע, פירוש, רגש, תגובה. אירוע is incident. פירוש is explanation. רגש is emotion. תגובה is reactions. So I will repeat it. אירוע is incident, explanation to the incident, emotion because of it, and reaction. You see? Everything depends on these four. Incident, explanation, emotion, reactions. If you remember these four, you can change your life in a beat. You will never be upset. Everything in life is going to be amazing. I saw it and I fell in love. Listen to this. I'm going to give you an example. There was once a man, I saw this story many years ago, and I love these stories. Because the message is so strong. This Israeli guy walking into the airport, and he saw bafle. You know bafle? Whatever. Wafer, your food. Bafle. You know, Israelis without. You know what? Bamba. Very simple, let's make it. You know the big bamba bag? Bamba. Israeli cannot say no to bamba. He saw this bamba. Today we have red bamba, blue bamba, yellow bamba. The original bamba. Emmanuel is holding the bamba, he put it in his bag. He's sitting down waiting for the plane. It was a big bamba. Next to him, sitting down, a man. Now he is eating the bamba. You see the bamba open? This is his bamba. He is eating the bamba. The guy next put his hand and eating the bamba also. What are you going to do to him? What a chutzpah. He's putting his hand in your own bamba and he's eating from the same bag. He's doing yoga. How? He said, this guy is not normal. Okay, he said, maybe one time it was a mistake. Again, he continued and the guy put. Now, you know, Israelis, we are always in competition. He started to eat fast. The guy also, you know, the one who's going to be the one that eat more bamba. I don't know what exactly happened to him. He was in a good mood. Not only he didn't get upset, he kept quiet. But inside, he wanted to kill the guy. He hated him. He said the guy is ganav. He's going to go to Gehenam. And the barbecue, he's going to be in the... What the... Low life. This is the worst man I ever met. He didn't even put his hand. You know, usually you put... sanitizer. Nothing. With his own hand. Ladies, what are you going to do to a man that eat in your own bamba? A person that put bamba is personal. It's a bag that personal. You put... He's putting his hand. And he even eat more from you. The guy didn't speak, but inside he wanted to kill him. He went into the airport. They called him. The flight is in. He's looking at the guy. He's following him. Okay. He said, this guy, I hope he's not sitting next to me. With his bad mazal, they put both of them in the same chairs. Now, it's not going to open to the lawyers. They're usually flying first class or business class. Such a story can happen only in economy class. So, you know, because anyway, even if you're going to sit next to you, and business class is pretty far. In a first class, you need a glove, where are you? But in economy, we're always together. They sit down together, stick to each other. And, you know, he's taking his bag. This is already taking his bag. And then he opened the bag. What did he find in the bag? Bamba. He is the one that ate from this guy. That bamba was not belong to them. That bamba was belong to this guy. And he was the chutzpan that eating and making competition who's going to eat more. You see, we had incidents. The incident is the bamba. He gave explanation. What's the explanation? This guy is a ganav. This guy is a thief. With the explanation came emotion. I hate him. I cannot stand the guy. I will. And almost reaction, he almost literally beat him. And everything because of what? Wrong explanation. Misunderstanding meaning wrong explanation. When you explain the incident in the wrong way, life is amazing, right? A flight was going all the way from Israel, from United States to Israel. A man with 7 children, all of them is young children. True story. Jumping, screaming. Ever happened to you that you took a flight that it was 50% of the flight children? Balagan. Balagan. Mazil, you cannot sleep. Not they jumping. I had a flight that in my chair next to me, it was a baby. Mazil baby, this baby liked to scream. He like crying the whole flight. Behind me was a baby. The other side there was a child. And in the front there was another child. I said, Hadati, Avidi, Yom Kippur, I come clean. That's it, I come clean. I did Yom Kippur 12 hours. Now, 7 children. Michael, shocking stories. This guy looked at the father. They made so much balagan. And one of the guys got so upset. He said, excuse me, low life. This is a chutzpah from you. This is an arrogant audacity from you to come with 7 children and having no maid. Where is your wife? I don't understand. You brought 7 children that make so much noise. What kind of father you are? What kind of children? Disgust, what a strong word you use. And the father was quiet. When he finished, the father looked at them and said, their mother just died. She is in a coffin in the airport. She requested to be buried in Israel. Wow. Wow. He didn't know how to bury himself. This guy. You know what the embarrassment it was? What exactly are you telling a person like this? You start to apologize, it's going to help anything? Do you know what exactly happened here? It was an incident. He gave explanation to the incident. The explanation brought him in to emotion, and the emotion gave him into reactions. So what do we have to do in life to be happy? What do we have to do?
Control our emotions.
No, one thing, one item. What? No? Change the explanation. Your husband come late to home, right away in your mind. He went outside, he played with his friends, he doesn't want to be in the house. Right now you give explanation. The incident will happen no matter what. Incident every second happen. You always have incident in life. You cannot change incident. Somebody scratch your car, you cannot change it. It was incident. Incident will happen in your life all day long. Emotion and reaction will happen anyways. The only thing that you have to do is to change one item. How do you call it? Explanation. EFRAT. Aleph. Pei. Resh. Taf. Incident. Explanation. Emotion. Reactions. Very simple. All what we have to do in life to become happy is to change one item, the explanation. You know why this guy is driving in Shabbat? Not because he's breaking Shabbat, because he's taking his wife to the hospital to deliver. Suddenly you see him in the synagogue, Tzaddik, ata tzaddik, en alecha kadosh, you are a holy man. Which holy man? A man that you change the explanation. You know why my husband is late? Maybe he's ordering dinner. Maybe he come to surprise me. Maybe he had a certain case that is going to make enough money for me to have a vacation. Hey, America, maybe. Or maybe just he went into Shiur Torah Wednesday night with Rabbi Vaknin at the BJCC Youth Minyan Third floor. And he forgot to call me. Why? It all depends how do you give the explanation. A minute you change the explanation, the emotion will change. It's going to be a good emotion. Suddenly you come in late and your wife's smiling, she's shining. My husband, I was so worried about you. You know, I opened the book of Tehillim praying for you that you're going to come safe and sound. I made the whole dinner for you with 2 candles and romantic dinners. You know, I made sure the children are going to be sleeping. And I put all this makeup and all this balagan, not because we're coming out, because I want to sit down in the house to be with you. What exactly happened? Why are you not upset when I'm coming late? I changed the explanation. A minute that you change the explanation, you don't have to change nothing. Everything else will be changed. You see, sometimes A wife getting upset. Very upset. The only thing that you have to explain if she's pregnant is she's pregnant. Michael, that's it. And then, not only that you don't get upset, how can you be chutzpan to be upset with the wife that you just made pregnant? And she carry your own baby and you have the chutzpah, the audacity to scream? My wife, do you want me to make you, how do you call it, cappuccino, mochaccino, chococcino? Yes, whatever you want. I will make it for you especially. Do you want to make you dinner, lunch, breakfast? Suddenly, what exactly happened? Nothing. A minute before pregnancy, when she's screaming, you get dizzy, you get frightened, don't scream with me. In Bukhara, never happened. Gentlemen, you're not in Bukhara, you're in America 2023. Wake up and smell the coffee. Don't compare us to Bukhara 200 years ago. But, Binyamin, when you change the explanation, life becomes perfect. And anything in life, in business, in the synagogues, and anything that happens in life, a minute that you are, and changing the explanation is in your hand. The only item that is in your hand to change the explanation. You cannot change your reactions, and you cannot change your emotion. You cannot. You cannot control it. Emotion is something inside, and even reactions. After you get dizzy and you get crazy, you cannot change it. You cannot change the incident. The incident is not in your hand. The guy is sitting next to you and eat your bamba. This is your bamba. Who said that this is your bamba? You. A minute that you decide this is your bamba, how can you eat my bamba? But if you change the story and you said, maybe I'm the one that eating his bamba, and maybe the bamba belongs to him. Now you're going to be embarrassed. And you're going to ask him, say, can I get another few bamboos, please? Few bamboos. And then you're going to tell him, Tzaddik, what a large heart, what a big, beautiful heart you have. However, Rabotai, it all depends. And changing the explanation, if you change the explanation, so easy to become happy. So easy that the reaction will be changed. All the fight that we have with the wife or with the husband start by giving wrong explanation. And by the way, I don't care if your explanation is right or wrong. As long that your emotion become bad and your reaction is bad, you are the loser. Very simple. Being angry, like we said last week, is you lost. I'm sorry to give you once again the same example. If somebody took a loan from you, $150,000, big money, it took you 1 year to save. And in purpose, I'm giving very unusual example. Because you know how difficult it is to overcome money. And he doesn't pay it to you back. He told you 3 months, 9 months passed through, and all what you see in his Instagram or in his Facebook, him and his wife from one vacation to another vacation. And not only that, brand new car, and he's making renovation to his house. And he come to you and he said, Be'emet, I want to pay you, but I don't have money. Now, what exactly usually happen is a thief. You don't sleep for 9 months because you need. Tell me, who is the one that's suffering? The one that took the loan or the one that gave the loan? The one that gave the loan, not only he lost money, he lost his life. For the next 2 years, you don't sleep at night. It was worthy not to sleep, but the money is going to come because you're not sleeping. The fact that you worry will bring the money faster? No, right? So why you worry? No, I want to be worried, I want to give this. Maybe you're just going to change the explanation. Maybe he needed the money so badly. Maybe the fact that he took the money, it was divine for you. I saw it many times when people lost all the money that they had. And the only money that they had remain is which money? That some people took from them years before. And they came to them in the time of need and they said, listen, you remember 5 years ago I took the loan from you? And the guy, I don't believe. Thank you very much that you took the loans. If not for this loan, I would be broke completely. Now, Baruch Hashem, I have the 100,000 to start life again. If you're just going to give a different explanation to the stories, that Borei Olam is the one that running the show. Hashem, and nothing ever happened to you bad. And you're going to have a faith in God that is no coincidence. So why you worry? Worry going to help you? It was a father that wanted to teach his own child a message. You remember the time that it was people that used to sell newspaper? Like New York Times and Daily News. You remember? I don't know, today you can go to few stores. Maybe you can get it for free. But there was a time that every street was a person that sold newspaper. Now, this man, every morning used to come in, and it was 2 newspapers in the neighborhood. One black here, one black, and the same black, across the street. One of them was so pleasant, was so nice. Every day you came to, good morning, I'm so happy to see you. He used to give it to you with a smile. He used to give you jokes. He used to give you a blessing. And the other one is Balagan. Every time he used to see you like Aina Rainegara, to scream at you, to shout on you, to curse you on the way. And this father every day went into the guy that was nervous. The one that cursing you, the one that doesn't act nice. Every morning he used to buy the newsletter from him. After a few years, the son is asking the father, Abba, why are you going to this guy? Why are you not going to the nice guy? He's nice. Why you don't go to this guy? What's the answer that the father is going to give him? Let's see if you can know. Jonathan, what's the answer that you're going to give him? Who is going to go to the guys? I'm not going to go to him. I'm going to go to the nice guy. The guy that give you a hug and a kiss. The one that give you a blessing. The one that give you ma'u panim, happy face. Who want to go to this guy? What's the answer that you think he give them? You're not going to believe the answer. What's the answer?
The nice guy doesn't challenge you.
Meaning, beautiful.
Challenge your character. Doesn't allow you to work on your character. You're doing a disservice.
The nice guy don't need to thank you.
Jonathan? Free simple breakfast. Almost. No, yeah. Even more. Yeah. Leon is nervous. Reserve card, but again, I moved into breakfast, maybe you can afford it. Leon, the Almighty God will bless you with unlimited wealth. Unlimited. Be'ezrat Hashem. Leon, listen to this. You know what the answer that the father told him? I'm going there to teach you, my dear son, that nobody can influence your mood. If you are a happy person, you're always going to be a happy person. No matter if your wife is upset or not, she's not going to make you upset. Because nobody can control your mood if you don't want it. It's in your hand to let them enter or not. How do you call it? Penetrate? Penetrate. It's in your hand if to let it penetrate or not. If you decide that he's not going to make me upset, he took the loans. 100% is difficult. But because of that, I'm not going to ruin my life. I'm not going to ruin my life. You know how many people took loans from me? First of all, I don't remember. So every time they give me the money, it's like the first time, I got new money. The guy said, no, Rabbi, he took a loan from you. I don't remember loans. If you take a loan from me, it's Kaddish, Kaddish Yadum, not Kaddish the Rabbanan. You took the money, you win, Baruch Hashem. If you give it to me back, it's a mazal. Now, first of all, I don't remember. And second, is going to be any benefits for me to be worried? Is going to be, the money is going to come faster? No. If you can make actions, make actions. If not, don't be worried. Worry is not going to help the situation. Worry just ruin your life. Anything in life you have to remember. EFRAT. In relationship, in business world. You see, another example, beautiful example. Eli Wiesel, you know Eli Wiesel? In English they call it a little different. Wiesel. Wiesel. Okay. Eli Wiesel. Okay. In Hebrew they call him Eli Wiesel. Eli Wiesel is the face of the Holocaust. A Holocaust survivor. He went into the White House. He spoke in the United Nations. The most famous face in the Holocaust. One time they invited him to speak in a big Jewish event, a few thousand people, religious. And he said, okay, and he said like this. He said that I never went into synagogues until one rabbi told me something that changed my life. I hated to go to synagogues. Synagogue for me was a bad place. You come in front of thousands of people religious and you ask them and you tell them that you hate synagogues. Everybody looked at them. Why? What makes you so badly to hate religious people? What exactly they did to you? They stole money? What exactly? Listen to the story, you're going to be in shock. And then you're going to hear what the rabbi told them, and you're going to be even more in shock. He said, I went in to the Holocaust. He was a Holocaust survivor. And in the Holocaust, I saw a religious man with the highest level of chutzpah. Chutzpah in the highest level. Taking a siddur, a book of prayer, and telling anyone there, anyone that want to pray with this siddur, most of the people do not remember prayer by heart. If you want it, you're going to have to pay me. What? Give me the piece of bread. Are you doing business from religion? Are you taking the last piece of bread from people that this is the only food that they're going to have in order to pray to God? I mean, anyone here is not going to be upset with this guy? Can anyone here tell me you're not going to be upset with this guy? He left the Holocaust, hate religion. He said, I have nothing to do with these religious people. They are so bad. They have so much chutzpah. Until he came to this rabbi. I don't know who was the rabbi. I don't remember the names. It was a big rabbi. And the rabbi told him like this, Eli, I'm very disappointed from you. I thought that you're a smart man. He looked at the rabbi and said, what makes me not smart? I'm telling you the story. The story is a shocking story. What make me not smart? Then when you're going to hear the explanation of the rabbis, you're not going to believe. It all depends which explanation we give the stories. Every story is in our life. Is in our hand to change the stories. The rabbi told them, Eli, you saw the guy that sold the siddur for bread. Right, Shmuel? How about stories? How come you didn't see the thousands of religious Jews that was willing to give the last bread in order to pray to Hashem? Why this part you didn't see? One Jew, one religious Jew, did something wrong. But 2,000 Jews, religious, came in and losing and willing to give the only bread that they have in order to pray to God. Why you didn't see this one? Eli Wiesel started crying. Said, Rabbi, you convinced me. I was wrong all along. I never believed that they have so many Jews that willing to give their life in order to pray in the Siddur. It all depends which interpretation you give the stories. A minute that you explain the incident good, the reaction become good and the action become good.
You sound like a lawyer, Rabbi.
We study many masechtot, Baba Kama, Baba Metzia, Baba Batra, don't worry, we study a lot. One day I'm going to give you a whole class only to lawyers, only in this case that you're dealing with question and answer, and you're not going to believe how much wisdom our Torah had. What you're not going to find not in Yale, Princeton, Harvard, Stanford, and Columbia, the 5 Ivy Leagues. You're going to find on a daily basis in any yeshiva. 18 hours a day for 12 years. 18 hours a day for 12 years. Studying. It's not something that you can find in any public or any university that you will ever dream. We didn't joke when we were in yeshiva. We went to study 100%. Being a Bachur Yeshiva is a privilege. Being connected to the Almighty God. And study any wisdom that exists in the world. This is the wisdom of Torah. The wisdom of Torah. What we got, gift from God, is the greatest wisdom in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have to remember, the first one is, the 4 levels of relationship. Love, and then brotherhood, and then peace, and then friendship. The best way is to tell your husband, to tell your wife, I want you. That's it. And second, the way to become happy is to take away worries. How do you take away fear? The 3 fears: livelihood, and then life, and then imagination. What do you have to do? A, to have a fear of God, and B, in life we always have 4 cases: incident, explanation, emotion, and reactions. Make sure that the explanation is going to be right. My name is Rabbi Vaknin, and I approve this message. Thank you very much.
מה שלומך? רבי! באמת, זהו. I approve this message.
שמחה בושה. כולם ינשו.
בעניינים סתיו,
מה זה האיחור הזה? אצלנו מחכים
איחור
חוץ 5 דקות.
מודרני, באמת אין לי כוח. ביי, בלילה תשובות, לא הרגיעות כולי, אין לי כוח.
תקשיבי, יכולה אמרתי לך, אז השאלה היא רואה שקורה שנה
Who's going to be Chazan? Esh. מי יהיה חזן?